Most of us get a pet for companionship, but often our animal additions to the family come with all sorts of unexpected and unwelcome issues.
On tonight's show, we have Lexi, the lickaholic dog, George, the petulant parrot, Walid, a lizard with problem skin, Jasmine, the nightmare moggy, and Domingo, the Asbo alpaca.
Molly!
Oh, Glinda!
Boys!
Shameless pets are mortifying owners across the nation with their slobbering, humping, fighting, and flatulence.
There's no point hiding those humiliating habits or pretending those embarrassing ailments don't exist. It's time to get them out in the open.
The Pet Shame Clinic is providing respite for ashamed animal owners from all over the country. With over 14 years' experience, resident vet Mark Abraham will be tackling abnormal behaviour and unusual illnesses. The first appointment is with a disgruntled dog owner.
Come on.
Jane Clark, a police officer from Windsor, got her Staffordshire Bull Terrier as a puppy 4 years ago.
She's a cracking little dog that is very much part of our family. She's full of life, full of enthusiasm, however, also full of licking.
Hello, Missy.
Don't you need a tea just...
And the people that bear the brunt of Lexi's love to lick are Jane's visitors.
Goes nuts. God almighty.
As soon as she can, she jumps up and is licking any available hands, legs, trousers. Lexi, no!
And there's one particular part of the anatomy Lexi can never resist.
Men's knees are a particular favourite. If you're wearing shorts, it's all Lexi's Christmases come at once. It's horrible. You're literally left coated in a horrible dog slime. Oh, I'm so sorry. And it's not a nice thing to happen to anybody.
Come on, off now.
Pack it in. I find it so embarrassing. I find myself permanently having to apologise for her, whereas if it stopped, she could come, we could all relax and have even more fun together.
You can't greet everybody like it. No, you can't.
Hiya, Jane. Nice to meet you. Looks like I'm next in line for a Lexi greeting.
Aren't you beautiful? Hello, hello. How long will she just keep licking for?
Until you push her away.
Oh, look at you. So, does she have any favourite people that she likes licking?
My father-in-law, sadly, who wears shorts all year round. He's just one of those people. She loves him because he's got bare legs.
And she'll just lick his legs all the time?
All the time. You have to physically pull her away.
Hello. Oh, and so what about herself? Does she lick her fur or paws or anything?
Yeah, she's got... Sit. You can see a little sore patch on her belly.
Oh, yeah, you can see where she's made it all red.
Yeah.
Well, I think that you're adorable, but I'm going to pass you over to Mark, our vet, and I'm going to go and have a bath.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Bye.
To try and lick Lexi's problem into shape, Mark needs to establish whether it's medical or behavioural.
How long's she been licking for?
She's 4 years old now, and it really is as long as I can remember.
So what it looks like Lexi's got is canine obsessive compulsive disorder. So there are a few things we can try. When she's doing the behaviour, we kind of need to retrain her. Okay, so what we recommend is to attach like a head halty to a long line, and then when she's doing it, you gently drag her away, so you're distracting her, and then you ask her to do another behaviour. For example, sit, stay, and then reward that.
Yeah.
So Jane's going to need to train Lexi to stop her licking people. For dogs, though, licking is a main method of communication. In the wild, puppies lick their mother's lips to let her know they're hungry and want her to bring food. When they grow up, a dog will lick another dog's face when they meet to indicate friendliness. But a more submissive dog will lick the underside of another dog's mouth to show they know they're lower in the pecking order. Dogs lick humans for similar reasons. It can be as a sign of affection. Sometimes they want you to know you're the boss. And some dogs just like the taste of human sweat. While it's Lexi's licking of other people that causes embarrassment, Jane's other cause for concern is the way she constantly licks her own belly.
So it's nice and infected, it's red, sore, obviously very itchy.
Yeah.
Mark's decided the best medicine for Lexi's sore tummy is prevention. By fitting a buster collar, Lexi will be forced to give her sore patches a rest.
Now she can't actually physically lick that wound.
Next, Mark applies an anti-inflammatory and antibiotic cream that will speed up the healing process.
How often will we need to put the cream on?
I'd say at least twice a day for at least 5 days.
Treating Lexi's infected skin is relatively simple, but tackling her obsessive-compulsive disorder will be much tougher.
I suggest that we see a canine behaviourist, OK? So it's going to be a lot of patience, but we'll get there in the end.
Great.
We'll be finding out if there's a cure for Lexi's licking later in the show. The next pesky pet is on its way, a parrot called George.
Good boy.
Linda Strange and her husband Mike have enjoyed almost a quarter of a century of quality time with their feathered friend.
This is his favourite chocolate.
Always treating George like a favourite son.
George has got a very good character. He likes people. He likes music. He's a happy parrot, but he's developed a terrible problem.
George, what are you doing? Look, no. Nice, good boy. No.
Up until a year ago, George was the perfect parrot, but we don't know why he's doing this now.
When I feed him in the mornings, he throws all his food out onto the floor.
Bad boy, look at this mess. You naughty boy.
It's a problem for me because I have to clear the mess up that he makes.
Boy, George, look at this mess.
But it's not just his own feeding time George likes to spoil. His poor table manners are ruining Mike and Linda's meals.
George gets very noisy when we're eating. He bashes his toys around and he starts banging on his cage. I mean, really loud. George, no.
After 24 years of perfect behaviour, George has become a parrot from hell in just 12 months.
Leave it alone. Let go.
Leaving Mike and Linda wondering where it'll all end.
We'd like George's behavioural problems to be sorted out because we don't want any further problems to develop. Bad boy.
Who's bad?
Hello, George.
Time to find out a bit more about George's throwaway attitude.
So is it costing you a lot of money then with buying lots of different food?
Probably about £20.
That is a lot. So
week.
extra £20 a week. So you've had him for 25 years.
I have, yes. George has been with us 25 years, haven't you, mate?
Oh,
Man and boy.
Do you know if he's definitely a male?
We don't know, really. We've never really had him sexed, so we don't know if it's a George or a Georgina.
Right. Oh, that would be interesting if Mark can find that out.
To find out what's wrong with him, or maybe her, Mark needs to learn a bit more about George's home life.
Hello. That's a good start. Now, what's changed, if anything, in George's environment over the last year or so?
I did move his cage. He used to be in a large window at the front of the house.
Wait, are you on a main road? Did he have lots of things going on
He
in
did
front of
have
him?
lots of things going on, yes.
And what about now?
Not so much, no.
OK, so I think we're getting there.
Parrots are sensitive creatures that react to subtle changes in their environment. They're considered prize pets due to the fact that they're so intelligent. But trapping for the pet trade has been a problem for wild African grey populations. So make sure you only get a parrot that has been bred in captivity and think very carefully before taking one on as a pet, as they require lots of attention and have a lifespan of around 60 years. Mark thinks George's recent bad behaviour is because he's become bored.
We need to provide toys for him. Now, does he have toys already?
Yes, he's got lots of toys. He's got an ornament that's got dominoes on it. Now, when we're sitting eating our food, he's bashing that along the cage.
He's demanding attention. A better toy for him to keep his attention for longer would be toys that you put food into and they have to work out and puzzle how to get that food out again. I know that we should find out if George is a boy or a girl. So
Well,
I'm going
yes.
to have to ask you just to lift your arm up a little bit. And I think we know why he's been in a bit of a strop, because he's a girl.
You are a girl. Oh, Georgina, not George.
You've got yourself a Georgina. The telltale signs are, if you look underneath, the tips of the feathers are just slightly silvered.
Oh, dear, George, I'm so sorry. So we'll have to find you a boyfriend now.
Coming up, can training calm Lexi?
That's enough.
And we meet a bully boy alpaca.
Somebody's going to get hurt, boys.